more appropriate music than Ric Flair to make our video. Ric Flair and Elvis. Welcome in. It's about 8 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock, and this is what? Welcome back to the Breakfast Club.
We welcome the president of our chamber, Pat Kahle. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning, Archie, Shane. Good to be with you all this morning.
I'm glad to be with.
Well, we invited Pat to come in, and we'll have other folks in too. But Pat, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it. Who do we want to have? There's no one that represents business in Union County more than you, Pat.
Thank you, Archie. The Chamber.
Yep.
Chamber of Commerce, the business connection in Union County.
That's right. So, we have an addition to our business. And so I'm thinking business, and, there's a lot of other things that go along with it, but wanted you to come in as we make this announcement.
Very excited to be with you.
Thank you very much.
Do you still have the paper so you can read it again, just so everybody understands it?
The Rockwell encabulator?
Yeah, he's already told y'all everything. You're just getting to decipher it. We have to really simplify it for you people.
Pat's not in on the joke. Back in the
doesn't matter. She can wing it. Just don't
put me on the spot, right, Shane?
Back in the 30s, some engineer types came up with a script about the Rockwell encabulator. And it had to do with Dodge transmissions way back in the day. Okay. And engineers, being the crazy sort that they can be, came up with this script that made no sense whatsoever, and $10 words, and it's still popular today, and now it's been videoed. And anyway, so I ran across the script.
Shane shared it.
Shane pressured me into explaining what we were doing, so I read the Rockwell encabulator script.
Which explained it all.
Which just made it a whole lot worse.
And we got a caller who said, huh?
So anyway, this has been the culmination of a 13-year project. This, and I don't mean shovels in the ground, per se. This started back in 2003 when the FCC initiated rules to permit Metro FM signals, and then later issued rules pairing them with AM stations. The FCC would never admit this, but the FCC has long since known that the AM signal needs some help. With the addition of power lines and all that, we had a power increase from 1,000 to 5,000 watts, which helped us a lot, and we get out a lot further. But even then, it's, you're subject to people inside buildings and power lines and all those things.
And it does get sketchy in the car when you,
you can take even a station as powerful as like WBT, and you ride under power lines, and it's going to fry. Right. It's just AM.
People are all familiar with that from their cars. So the FCC back in 2003 started looking at what can we do. And I think the FCC also knew, and it's been, I don't know that they would admit it, and this is no disrespect to some of the FMs, but AMs just seem to have a better reputation in their community for community service. Not that FMs don't provide community service. I'm not saying that one iota, but that's kind of AM's bread and butter. They're ultra local.
Wouldn't exist if not.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's just part of their business platform. So anyway, this all got started back in 2003. There was tons of engineering done on it, across the nation. One of my broadcast friends, Bud Walters, literally paved the way for this to happen with the Tell City waiver. As a little town, Tell City, and he wanted to move one, and that went on for years. So it's taken a lot of time. But anyway, we're proud of what we do here at Wixe and what we've done here in Union County for the past 48 years. And we look forward to serving the community even better with the addition of our brand new radio station, 93.1 FM. Second station that we bring to Union County.
How exciting. What exciting news. Archie, I know you're exhausted. It's been a long weekend for you. I know as you guys have been working on this.
I just kind of follow engineers around and pick up trash behind them and do whatever they need me to do. And they said, we need a hole poked in the wall back here for a wire. I'm your man. I can tear stuff up. But it's past 3 or 4 days, it's been, all day. We finished Saturday night at 1 a.m. And I say we, I'm throwing myself in the mix, but You know, we had a tower climber out here in the dark almost.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding.
OSHA doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Now,
we're not telling.
It wasn't quite dark.
For everybody else, I'll decipher what he just said. Y'all can turn it to 93.1 right now and hear us.
That's right.
For the most part.
That's
It'll
exactly
sound
right.
completely different. I'm not going to lie to you. The area of coverage is not ever going to be as big on the FM as it is the AM because it just doesn't travel as far.
The mighty 1190.
Yeah, so you'll always be able to hear us from further away on the AM, but keep in mind, I hope y'all are taking advantage of our app anyway, where you can listen to it digital quality from anywhere in the world if you download the Wixe app. But we're trying to figure out exactly how far it goes and everything. I can tell you, I'm 13 miles away down at the state line. I pick it up crystal clear. Archie was texting me at 11 o'clock Saturday night saying, "Can you hear it?" I said, "Well, play me this song," and he did, and it. So y'all just go check it out. I've never heard myself do a commercial in FM. I still haven't heard my own voice on the FM station, so that's going to be weird for the first time.
It sounds good.
And then you were saying, too, about Shane, about Friday night football. This will be a huge addition for Friday night football, right?
It will, because the AM signal, because of a station in Indiana that's a huge radio station and it shares the same dial setting that we do, 1190, we have no power at night, virtually. We have to power way back. That doesn't apply to the FM signal. We have the exact same coverage at night that we do during the day. So for folks that enjoy high school football, you literally now can bring a pair of headphones with you to the game and tune in to 93.1 and listen to Sideline Mike and I do play-by-play coverage as it happens.
Or bring it up on your phone
Absolutely.
through the Wixe app.
Put on your little headphones.
Or WIXE.com. You can get it that way. Tune in radio. You can find us there. But the Charlotte market's the number 24 market, and it's an unbelievable amount of signals that come into the Charlotte metro area. Just to find a place on the FM dial where there wasn't somebody already was quite an undertaking.
Well,
I mean, there's just so many signals coming in. And, of course, we can't interfere with anybody. We can't mess someone else's coverage up. So, it was a really quite a feat by the engineers to make this pretty much square peg in a round hole as far as getting a frequency here in the Monroe.
That's incredible. I
can tell you this. I've been here, August will be 20 years, and the two questions that I've been asked more than anything else since the day I got here was, we had a past coworker who used to work here, and they said, "What's wrong with that boy?" And when are y'all going to go FM?
Yeah.
And people don't understand exactly what that means, but I guess it's a status symbol, and so for all y'all, we win FM.
That's right. Just like that, too. That's the question. When y'all going to go FM?
Yeah, when y'all going to go FM?
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Flip that FM switch over there.
Flip the switch and make that work.
That's right.
Sure.
But for everybody who's ever asked that, we are.
You have done it now.
We've done it now.
Listen to you. You've been asking for it for a long time. But,
so please spread the word. And look, this for the last 2 weeks, all Archie and I have been talking about is this is going to be as big of a deal as we make it. And when we say we don't mean he and I and Pat. We mean y'all, the listener. It'll be as big of a deal as we as a community make it. So tell everybody to check it out. Tell everybody, you want to hear Swap Shop in FM. There you go. At 10 o'clock this morning.
Well, it was a huge investment, I know, for you, for the station to do this, for you all to make that investment in the community.
Thanks to Truliant Federal Credit Union, who believes in business.
Actually, his thanks to his daughter who happened to work there. It probably wouldn't have gotten loan anyway.
Hell, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's exactly.
Well, it's a great investment, and we've talked about this, Archie, and I know you're a huge proponent of business and shopping local and doing business local, but to have this addition to the station is, I think, awesome. And I would hear that often too. When are they ever going to go FM?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now you've done it, and for all these years, I know you all have been chamber members for almost 20 years, and you've been in business 48 years here at the station, and it's a huge part of this community. And so to make this investment is just, I think, wonderful.
He probably won't live to see it paid for, but we did it.
Let's don't say that out loud. True Lions listening.
That's right.
Listen, in addition to that, it's a good time too. We need to tell our listeners we made some other changes. Not just we added to, we also made some changes, and didn't make any changes because Archie felt like he was better than anybody, or he didn't care what the listener thought. It was nothing like that. Every change we made was made 100% because people ask us to make it.
Yeah.
We don't do anything around here to say, let's try this and see if the listeners hate us for it. That's not how we do things.
Before you get into the specifics,
Mm-hmm.
back in 2008, our tower fell, right?
I remember that day. God
I
knows.
did not know that.
Oh, God.
I don't remember
One of my
that.
employees brought it down, hit a guy wire with a truck.
Oh.
Pat. So, yeah. So here's our
And he
tower.
didn't fire him. That's
Amazing.
Yeah. Our tower's laying across the driveway out there. So at the time, many of my broadcast friends said, you know what? You got to rebuild, move that station to Charlotte. You can double your revenue and all this stuff, be a Charlotte station, not a suburb of Charlotte station.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, that's not what Wixe's about. I didn't build Wixe to start it, back in 1968. There were people that were good stewards of this radio station long before I came. And Union County deserves this radio station. I wasn't going to be the one to take it away from them.
Well,
And then once this whole thing started 13 years ago about perhaps getting an FM, they said, well, man, put that thing in Charlotte. It's the number 24 market and all that. Nope. Union County deserves an FM, station. And 93.1 FM is the first commercial FM radio station licensed in Union County ever.
How about that?
Well,
Ever.
How about that?
you're being a little bit, you don't give yourself a lot of credit. I don't even know if you want me to tell this, so I'm going to tell it. And if you want me to, you tell me to hit the delay and I will. It goes more than that. All that's true, but I remember further back than that. And this is the honest to God truth. There was a company, one time that approached Archie and wanted to buy this place. And they offered an amount of money that I'd have sold it. And I told him I'd have sold it. And he's like, nope, not going to do it. So actually, yeah, all that's true. But if you take it back further than that, he turned down, I think, more money than he'll ever get for this place to keep it. And a lot of people don't know that. And I'm not saying it to, kiss your rear end. It's just the truth. Yeah. And I remember that. So it has been a long time coming. I guess you figure sink or swim, but we're going to all do it here in Union County.
Well,
in English.
This is my hometown. I grew up here, and we enjoy what we do. It's fun, and our emphasis here is on the community. Mm-hmm. It's like I said, AM survived being as much local as they can be, and people are like, well, listen, you're broadcast friends. You're not gonna have that swap shop, are you, on that FM?
And you are, aren't you?
Yeah. And one guy said, listen, man, you can't be, you can't put an AM on FM. You gotta be different. You gotta have a different, everything's gotta change because you're a big boy now. You're putting on the big pants now. So you know what? You dance with who brought you.
Amen. That's it.
And some people laugh and they think, swap shop and I got a couple chickens and whatever the case. But that's who we danced with.
There you go.
This is all getting, party. I'm now getting messages from people that are listeners since we made the announcement. And Kenny says, I'm on Airport Road in Pageland and it's clear as a bell. Awesome. Now, Airport Road is 8 miles further away than my house.
Wow.
So he's 25 miles from us. Well, and he said, I'm listening right now. Another guy said, I'm in Oakboro and it's staticky, but I can hear it. So I wouldn't bet on hearing it in Oakboro. Now that might be but
yeah.
Anyway, but Shane, you were talking about the program.
Well, we to start with, Van, y'all know him as Van Man, Van Radford is his name, but Van worked with us for a year and several months. And we decided when we made this change that we were going to go in a different direction with the afternoon, and that is in no way, shape, or form a reflection on Van. He did a great job. He did everything we asked him to do. He never got back into this with the goal of making a career out of it again anyway. He did it more to help us than he did anything else. So we feel as a station that the thing that we lack the most is the same thing that every Charlotte country station lacks. And you folks know as well as I do, if you turn on the big station in Charlotte, you're not going to hear a whole lot of Alabama. You're not going to hear Hank Williams Jr. You're not going to hear Clint Black or Joe Diffie.
You mean real country music?
There was
the real country music?
They call it the class of 89, but in 1989, there were about a dozen country artists that all came out the same year. Yeah. All right. And it was just huge. A lot of people call it the golden era of country music, and it's going away now. So that's what we are going to play in the afternoons. It is going to, every song you hear in the afternoon will be a song you know, and it'll be a song you like.
Excellent. That's exciting.
Just to be totally honest about it, Shane's right. Van did a great job for us. Yeah. That type of music, even though that's my wheelhouse, I grew up with it.
And I love it too.
It never really, stuck with our listeners. Mm-hmm. And we were told over and over again, we'd like to hear more of this and this. Nobody's playing what we're going to play.
No, they're not.
They're just not. I
don't
know
even
why.
At CMT Awards.
No, you're right. They don't even invite them.
CMT, listen, yeah, I miss the real country there.
When they put Pitbull up on the stage, I said, it's time to make a statement. Yeah,
we've headed in a different direction for sure.
Well, and we already
Shane and I and Micah handpicked every song that you're going to hear. So if you don't like one, take it up with Shane.
It's Shane's fault.
Because he okayed it somewhere down the line.
Actually, what happened was Archie said, no, let's put that one in. I said, Archie, that's not even country. I don't care. I own the place. So I'm okay. You're good. No, I'm kidding. All the songs are handpicked. Yes. They're all going to be songs you know. Hopefully they're all going to be songs you like. And to be perfectly honest with you, the main reason we did what we did is because if you think about our program and starting at 12 noon, Bob starts with anything from 1960 to 1990, and it's hugely popular. So by doing that, we're going to cover 50 years worth of country music.
Yeah. So I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea and start Facebook rumors. We're changing the classic rock to classic country, what I call newer classic country. Mm-hmm. With all due respect, you're not going to hear Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
No, you're not going to hear Rascal Flatts. Yeah. You're not going to hear
Perry,
Luke Bryan. Because if they want to hear that, they're going to listen to Charlotte radio anyway.
Right. Yeah. We're going to give our listeners something that nobody's playing. Why they're not, I don't know, but that's their problem. But we're going to be the place to go to find that music, and we have a new host, and hopefully she's starting today. A lot of engineering.
Again.
Mitzi Miles.
Yeah.
Is going to be doing our show. It'll be from 3 after Bob. Bob's show will not change. Mm-hmm. Okay? But Mitzi will come on at 3 after Bob, and she'll go till 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so it'll be a 4-hour instead of a 3-hour afternoon show.
Yes.
The new FM signal lets us do that because we don't lose power. With AM signal, depending on when the sun goes down, you have to change your power earlier in the day. Mm-hmm. But with the FM, we don't. So she's a sweetheart. Y'all will really like her, I think. Yeah. I think you'll really like her. She's been doing this for a long time. She's very good at it. She's going to give you information on the artists and celebrate artists' birthdays. And, it's going to be a good show. In addition, the beat show that we ran on Saturday that Butch Halpin did, just like Van, he never did anything wrong. It was a great show. Yes. He's a great host. He did a great job. Listenership wasn't there. It just wasn't. And it's nothing. It just wasn't there.
When we lost James Edward Fox, we lost that listenership.
Yeah.
Fox was compassionate about beach music and his listeners.
And a legend.
And a legend, and it showed.
Yeah.
With all due respect to Butch, it just wasn't the same.
There wasn't.
We lost Fox.
So what we have done on Saturday is we have added a 5-hour-long show called, it's Rowdy Yates who does it.
Rowdy Yates Country Gold, and man, he plays some great stuff.
It is exactly what we're going to play Monday through Friday from 3 to 7. It's a phenomenal show. It was on last Saturday. What time does it start?
It starts at 10 in the morning, runs till 3.
So please listen to that. I told Archie Saturday, I said, this is the kind of show that people, if you're grilling out or in the pool or just sitting out drinking beverages, you just turn that on and listen, because that's the kind of music.
Well, you're going to know the songs in it. That's the thing. You're going to know them all. So, and then, following that, at 3 o'clock, is our bluegrass show. Knee Deep in Bluegrass with Cindy Balk.
Yeah. So if y'all are out riding around and Archie and I were saying we need to go out and ride the signal, which means ride in every direction and see how far it is. I said, we don't do that. Listeners will do that. Just tell them, tell us where you are.
They won't be shy about it.
And whether or not you can hear it. So please tell everybody, it's 93.1. It'll always be, those same radio friends that Archie was, talking about, some of them gave the advice to, don't ever mention 1190 again. When you do, you disassociate yourself from that signal and talk only about that. And we weren't comfortable with that either, because that's what we've been for 48 years. Yeah. And we're not going away. We're adding to.
Yes,
that's right.
Exactly.
We're not changing.
A lot of people had a role in this thing. And it's like I said, it's the wheels were turning 13 years ago. But, I want to thank our staff here. It's been an unbelievable amount of stuff. It's all those little things that you have to change or mention or do different because of the FM that we ain't thought about. There's some right now I ain't even thought about.
That'll come up.
That'll come up. That we got to fix. When you talk about logos and where all you have them, they all have to change.
That part is incredible when it comes to the marketing side of what you'll be doing over these next few months. You know what's going to happen. You're going to be talking about something and then look over and think, oh gosh, we didn't change that.
That's right.
What you do is you don't realize how much crap you have laying around with the station logo on it until you start changing it. You don't realize
Well, your logo's on everything. And as we talked about a few minutes ago, social media, websites, I mean, it's endless. That's the easy stuff for the most part. It's all the printed goods, as you well know, that will redo. That's right.
Wow, I've got 8 messages. Let's see what's going on here. I'm sure people are
telling you all about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, thanks to our staff that have been working tirelessly on this project, and of course, all of our advertisers who made it possible, for us to do this. And we look forward to taking your message over to the FM band now as well. Mm-hmm. To our listeners who have just been fantastic for, 48 years. Multiple engineers and tower climbers and all that stuff is just, to see it done is just amazing. So, we had a lot of help, and we appreciate all the folks that had a hand in this, including our listeners who may not think they did anything. Well, we couldn't do it without you guys.
No, I tell you what, if it weren't for y'all who went and, used the advertisers when we tell you about them and listen, none of this wouldn't make any difference. Right. I mean, it really wouldn't.
Support, isn't it? That's the beauty, and I appreciate your comments, Archie, about folks wanting you to move to Charlotte and take on that Charlotte market. And the truth of it is, I agree with you. One of the beauties of our community, Union County, is such a wonderful place, not only to live but to work and to have a business because of the support. People do support those who they feel support our community. And so I appreciate your focus on that, and I know that's part of the reason you all have been successful.
I appreciate that.
Oh, boy.
So like Mike said, I'm just glad I didn't get fired. Normally, that's how these big announcements go. Somebody ends up getting fired. And just heard, too, from a past coworker, Reed Alexander, who doesn't work here anymore, said he's listening to us online and congratulated us on it.
Oh, thanks, Reed.
So we got people all over the place saying that it's coming in loud and clear, and we appreciate all y'all tuning in, and, we'll just, we'll do the best we can by it, but I promise you it won't be any better than it'll be as good as you folks make it. So tell everybody and.
So, keep in mind what you hear on 1190, you'll hear on 93.1 FM. That's the way the FCC intends it. It has to be that way for, I think, 4 years before you can change programming. So it'll be a simulcast type thing. And we went down the lineup. Morning show and all this stuff that you're used to, swap shop and that kind of thing, all that stays, same times, same all that. Bob Rogers still noon to 3, and then our new show, Classic Country with Mitzi Miles, will start this afternoon, hopefully, at 3 o'clock and run until 7 o'clock. And then our regular nighttime programming with John Tesh. And then the addition of the Rowdy Yates Country Gold Show on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m., followed by Cindy Balcom's Knee Deep in Bluegrass. Other than that, no real changes. Well, are you still going to have Bob? Yes, we're still going to have Bob. Bob will be doing his thing as long as he can do it. So anyway, we're very excited about it. You folks have been asking for it. Like Shane said, when y'all going to go FM? Well, we just went FM about 30 minutes ago.
Bob, he's like Bob, like Robert Rayford. He got a lifetime deal as long as he wants.
Well, no one knows more about the music than he does. He knows his stuff. Let me tell you what. He knows his stuff.
Yep.
Well, congratulations, Archie and Shane. This is awesome. This is
thank
just
you,
wonderful.
Pat. And like I said, we thought about you, and you represent business and getting more of it here for the county, and we appreciate you. And I thought, well, we would need to have Pat on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, this is exciting. Like I said, I appreciate that you all are investing again in Union County. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for Wixe, your listeners, and of course your advertisers and all who support you. And you know I'm going to shamelessly plug that now what we got to do is schedule a ribbon cutting.
No, there you go.
Big party to celebrate the big news.
Sounds good.
Like we'll do with any business, let you get settled in because you got a lot of work still to do, don't you?
Changing the sign on the building.
That's
too.
it. We get that done. We'll get some ribbon over here and let's have a party and have a big time.
When we put that sign on the building that's there now, we stood out there for 3 hours trying to get it straight. Archie was like, "Come this way, just a little bit. Come this way, just a little bit."
You and I together would not be good.
No,
my God, get nothing done.
Pat's out there. No, move the scissors up.
That's right. Up a little bit. You know I do.
I know you do.
We do appreciate you coming, Pat.
I'm glad to do it. Thank y'all for including me. This is wonderful news, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
We'll take a quick break here. We're back with more of the Breakfast Club. Y'all keep it tuned right here to 93.1 and the Mighty 1190.